Hi students, and welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian and I'm streaming to you from beautiful Victoria here in Western Canada. I hope all of you are having an awesome week so far. We are looking at an IELTS listening section in this class, students. Specifically, we're focusing on the more challenging part 3 and part 4 of the listening exam. That's the second half of the listening exam. Part 1 and part 2, the first half, a little bit easier. We did that a couple of weeks ago for this exam. The part 3, part 4 listening will be on the topic of a professor having a discussion with a student. That will be part 3. And then a professor giving a lecture about the infamous dinosaur, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Students, these materials are coming from our websites, aehelp.com. For academic IELTS help, visit us there. For the general IELTS, check us out at gieltshelp.com. The listening section is the same for both. And of course, as many of you already probably know, it's Black Friday week. So we have started our Black Friday discounts, and you can use the code BKFD to get a 30% discount on our websites. It's probably the best deal of the year. Our academic website looks like this at aehelp.com with the blue background. Just click this big red button to join the premium version. Again, you can use our Black Friday discount to get 30%. Just enter the code BKFD. And usually it's about $25 to $50 US, but with this discount code, it's going to be more like $18 to $35 US, which is just a steal. You're going to get 6 full practice exams, a fully interactive course, over 200 lesson videos, and lots more. And we're going to use the listening audio in just a moment. General IELTS looks like this, gieltshelp.com. We are an IDP affiliate, a British Council partner, and an IELTS test registration center. We've helped thousands of students succeed in English and on IELTS, so you're in the right place. Students, the apps will link to the websites Academic IELTS Help, General IELTS Help from your app stores. The web app and the mobile app, they work together. They link together. IELTS_AEhelp, GIELTS Help. Those are Instagram. And if you have questions, just send me an email. Adrian@aehelp.com or admin@aehelp.com. So again, we're doing listening, part 3, part 4. We're going to start it in just a moment. And tomorrow we'll have speaking. For premium users, we have 2 extra classes each week. That's also included in your purchase. We have task 2 writing this week. Actually, you know what? I think that's a mistake. It's going to be task 1 writing on Thursday this week. And then it's going to be speaking on Friday for our premium users. Subscribe to the channel. Get notifications of these live classes and new video releases. Here's a good video for you to check out when you have a moment. And Shayarika, you can send a question like that in email. If you're struggling in reading, what should you do? Send us an email and we can give you some tips. And of course, the courses are really great for that too. So let's get into listening, everybody. For listening, make sure you're always practicing active listening. Be curious about what you hear. Think, what are they saying? Why are they saying it? What would I say if I were in their situation? Okay, so ask those questions in your head as you're doing the listening section, and also visualize. See what you hear. Okay, we'll circle back to that in a little bit. By the way, tomorrow's speaking question, students, it will be about the environment for tomorrow's speaking class. Talk about a piece of equipment that was broken and you repaired, and then breaking and repairs. So that will be tomorrow's topics. Those questions you can find in tomorrow's live class. But for right now, it is listening. We're doing this listening exam right here. It is our second exam of 6. Okay. So I'm going to put on my headset. We're going to start the audio. Welcome, Carolina, our chat moderator. Great to have you here with us. And we are going to jump over to the website. Let's use the academic one today. I'm already logged in, so I'm going to hop into the My Student account there, and let's go. So again, when you sign up, and students, again, this is Black Friday deal. It ends, I think, like on Monday next week. So you get 30% off, which is a really good deal. We usually don't offer that good of a deal. And you do get 6 computer-based practice exams and full interactive course that's got a whole bunch of lessons for you. And then you get downloadable exam books and so forth, and videos, lots and lots and lots of videos. And then you have these audio CDs. We're going to use these right now. Here we go, students. Listen, answer the questions. We'll go through the answers together after. Try not to put the answers into the chat. Give everybody a chance. Just put them somewhere else and then share them once we finish the part 3. Okay. Here we go.
Now turn to section 3. Take some time to look at questions 21 to 26. Listening section 3. You will hear a student and her professor talking about their class. Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 26.
Come in, Laura.
Thanks a lot for making the time to see me, Professor Gorman. As I mentioned in my email, I've been very ill this past week, and missing the first week of school is not a good way to start the term.
Indeed, it's not a very good start at all, but I think you can overcome it. You had a good grade in my course last term, and I'm sure this absence is just a bump in the road as far as this term goes. Now, what would you like to discuss?
Well, I don't even have a syllabus, so maybe you could give me one and then we could go over it in some detail.
Yes, that would be sensible. Let me grab your syllabus. Here you go. As you see, the class meets each Monday and Thursday from 10 to 11:30 in room A313 of the Juliet building. Do you know where that is?
Yes, the Juliet building is right next to the Student Union building, correct?
Yes, that's right. Okay, so next are my office hours. I hold them each Monday and Wednesday from 2:30 to 4 in the afternoon. If these do not work for you, feel free to send me an email and we can make arrangements to meet at another time. Now, let's discuss the books you'll need. As you see on the syllabus, there are 2 books you'll need for this course. You need not purchase either of them, however, as there are several copies of each available in the library.
I like keeping my books for future reference, so I would prefer to buy both books. Are they available in the bookshop?
The first one is, but the second one must be purchased from Buster's Books. Do you know where Buster's Books is located?
Roughly, but do you have an address?
Yes. The address is 3419 Young Street in Brighton.
Right, I know where that is. Do you know how much the books cost, approximately?
I think the one at the university bookshop is about £20 and the one at Buster's is about £15. So that's a total of £35 for the 2 of them.
You now have some time to look at questions 27 to 30.
Awesome. Let's look at those questions, students. So coursework, right? I'm going to listen for that. First essay is 15%. Second essay is some percent. Midterm is 20%, and something is worth 40%. Cool. Okay, let's keep going. How long should the first assignment be? Approximately. Okay.
Now listen to the rest of the
Student class
discussion and answer questions
the paper
27
is
to
due.
30.
Decide whether the paper is
Great.
handed in late.
Can we talk
Okay.
a little about the coursework required?
Of course. There are 2 essays, 1 midterm exam, and 1 final exam.
Wow, that's a lot of coursework.
Yes, but at this level I don't believe in just having 1 essay or 1 final exam determine your entire mark in a class. I like arranging it so that a student can have a chance to reflect on their ability and understanding of materials throughout the term.
That makes sense. So, what are the percentages associated with each assignment and exam?
The first essay is worth 15%, the second is worth 25%, the midterm exam is worth 20%, and the final exam is worth 40%. Would you like to talk about the first essay? It is due next Friday.
Yes, could we?
Of course. The essay should be approximately 1,500 words, and the topic must be chosen from the list.
And can I get a copy of the list?
There is one attached to your syllabus.
Right. So, do we have to tell you what topic we are writing on beforehand?
No, it's all right. You only have to notify me if you want to do a topic that is not on the list.
Right. Is the essay due in class, or can we submit it by email?
I will accept essays without penalty until midnight after the class it's due. So yes, you can submit it by email, hand it in during class, or submit it to the department office. If you submit it to the office, make sure to get a timestamp put on it so that I can be sure the paper was submitted on time. And also, be sure to...
That is the end of section 3. You will now have half a minute to check your answers.
Cool. All right, students, check those answers. Let me just stop this audio before we jump ahead to the next section. The audio does keep just playing on the website. Okay, again, students, this audio for this exam is coming from the website. And again, if you want 6 full practice exams and tons more help in classes and live classes, sign up. It's a great time to do it. Black Friday. Great sale, 30% off, BKFD. Yeah, thank you, Carolina. Cool. So let's go through the answers, everybody. Let's do this. Follow with the audio. I'll teach you some strategies here as we do it. So students watching, I can see there's lots of you, which is great. Why does the student go to see this professor? So this is a university. Remember I said visualize, so you should probably see yourself as the student, especially if you're in university, it'd be quite easy. You're in this professor's office and you're a little bit concerned for what reason, what's going on. Ahmed says, C, she registered late. No, Ahmed, it is not C. She did not register late. That is not the reason that she is there. So it is not C. Okay. That was not the reason. Anybody catch it? She says it quite quickly. You have to be really focused in the listening section in IELTS. Some answers come fast, and especially in part 3 and part 4, they only say it once. Sometimes they'll say it a second time, but sometimes only once. Okay. Himani Sharma and Ariadna and Murray says, no. It's not that she registered late. It's that she was sick. She has been ill. And yeah, I can't remember if she says I was sick, or I was ill, but either way, she definitely says one of the two. She has been ill. She doesn't talk about being in a hospital, but she does say I was sick or I was ill. So the correct answer is B. So she needs to kind of catch up. She missed the first few days of class. Yeah, Ariadna, I think she says I haven't been feeling well. Something like that. Really good. You have to be careful about paraphrasing because they don't say exactly what you see on the paper, right? So now we had this fill out the details of the class syllabus, write no more than 2 words and or a number for each answer. Right. So here we're talking about, what her class has. They talk about the syllabus. Students, if you don't know this word, definitely learn it, especially if you're going to study abroad. Your syllabus is basically like your course outline, and your course work is your syllabus. It's basically like what you're going to do in the course. In most universities, in most classes, the first day you spend with your professor going over the syllabus and what the class is going to be about. Okay, good. I can see many of you already kind of jumping ahead. So here in this column, we have the topic, and then here in the second column, we have the description. So the class times are on. Very good, Hiro. Very good, Deepya. I'm looking at the chat here, students, and I'm loving the interaction. Okay. So many of you said Monday. Those of you that spelt it with a small m get it wrong. Those of you that spelt it with a big M get it right. You have to capitalize days of the week. Be very careful about that. So Ariadna, Hiro, Deepya, very good. Mireille, Ahmed, a small m, you'll get it wrong. Careful. It's a big M. Days of the week are considered to be proper nouns. Learn your capitalization, students, important. Okay, the location. So they talk about which building, where it's going to be. It's the something building, and they say it a couple of times. So they say it 2 or 3 times to help you with the sound. It's not the Union building. It's not the Juliana building, Ahmed and Pritam. It's not the Union building. You're kind of close, Ahmed. It's not the Junior building. That's right, Ariadne. It's the Juliet building. Juliet building. Juliet is a fairly common name in English or in French. You can spell it either way. This spelling or the French spelling is fine as well. I mean, these are some of the more challenging questions for Band 8, Band 9 students. Yep. Murray, if you spell it Juliet, just make sure it's a big J, right? It's a name. Then that's also okay. So both of these are okay. They'll take both spellings for sure. Okay, good. Now, you know, if you don't know how to spell it, if you don't know this name, don't worry about it, right? Just always focus on the questions and answers that you really clearly understand. Don't spend a lot of time trying to figure it out, okay? All right. Students, next question, 24. Something happens on Monday and Wednesday at 2:30 to 4. What is that? Dipya, you'll get it wrong because you only have half of the answer. Murray, you'll get it right because you have the full answer. Okay? These are the office hours. You can capitalize it because it's the topic or not. I think they'll take both here. So if you write small or big, it's fine. Office hours happen on Monday and Wednesday, 2:30 to 4. Fantastic. Okay. Fantastic. Required books. Okay, so what kind of books does this person need for this class? Let's take a look at that. Book 1 is available at the bookshop, and this answer comes a little bit later, but it does come eventually. How much does it cost? Hero says it's £20. Yeah, and all you need is the 20 because they have the pound here, so you don't need that. So all you need is just this number, 20. Yeah, very good. Okay, Ahmed, Murray, Dipya. Very nice. Lots of students got that one right. Bonus question. Where else could she, if she doesn't want to buy the book, where else could she get it? A really good way, students, to kind of learn for the listening and see how well you do is ask extra questions in a class, especially, right? So to see if you are going to do well in the listening section, you should be able to answer extra questions about the audio. Practice this in class. So, for example, if the student does not want to buy these books, Where else could she get them? You're right. Look at you. Some of you are doing awesome. Murray, Ariadna. That's how you know you're doing active listening. Good for you, students. I'm going to fire off some thumbs up for everybody. Boom, there's a series of some. That's actually my thumb there. Picture of it. Love it. Okay. Yeah, it's the library. That's active listening. Girls, guys, you're doing great. That's how you know you're doing a good job. Maybe I'll throw some more bonus questions out there as we go along. Right. So she could get them at the library. Book 2, where is that at? Where can she purchase book 2? It's not at the school or not at the university. Hint, hint. So Marie says, Buster Books. I'm not sure, Marie, if they'll give it to you for that. You're missing one letter. They might. They might. It's Buster's Books. Yeah. Right? So it's that possessive. The hyphen S. Be careful about that. So it's Buster's Books. Okay. All right. First essay is worth 15%. Second essay is worth something. Midterm is worth 20%. And something is worth 40%. Now, 40 plus 20 is 60. Plus 15 is 75. Right? Most classes are out of 100%. So, yeah, it would make sense that it's 25. And the percent sign is given. So all you need here is just the actual number. You don't need anything else. Logic is super helpful, students. So if you do a little bit of math, you should be able to figure out that that's 25. Okay, very good, Dipya. Olaf, 28 is not 30. 28 is final exam. Yep. Yep, final exam. And make sure you have both words here. They won't give it to you if you just write final. You have to write final exam because it could be a final essay or it could be a final project, right? So students, really be careful in the IELTS. Always pay attention to the question. It says here, write no more than 2 words and or a number. That definitely means that for some of these, it's likely going to be 2 words, even though it's often just one, like Monday, Juliet, 20, Buster's, 25. But this one, it's got to be final exam. Because if you just write final, they most likely will not give you that score, right? Because it could be final, a lot of different activities. Could be, like I say, final project or final presentation. Okay, so both words are needed. Ahmed says, oh, no. Yeah, you got to be careful. Does it make sense? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Okay. All right. Okay, students, write no more than 2 words and or a number for each answer. How long should the first assignment be approximately? Very good. And a lot of you got that. You don't need capital on the exam here, students. I see some of you are confused. In fact, they probably take it without the capital on the F too, okay? Because it's not a proper noun, so you could have small. It's not a big deal there. Okay, you can capitalize all. You can do this. That's okay too, right? All right, let's get back to 29. So how long should the first assignment be? Approximately 1,500 words. Very good. Lots of students got that. Again, 1,500 is not enough. Okay, you need words. Plural. 1,500 words. Okay, very good. Okay, now this was an interesting question. It's called an inference type question or a decipher question. The student's class ends at 11:30 a.m. on the day the paper is due. Decide whether a paper handed in is on time or late. Write the correct letter A to B. Okay, and I took a couple notes here to help me. So the professor said that they accept the paper until midnight on the day it is due. And the professor also said that it needs a timestamp at the office. Okay. So I have choice A, the student receives a late penalty, and choice B, the essay is on time, no penalty. Okay. Now here's the condition, the situation. The paper is handed in at 5 p.m. on the same day. Okay, so it meets this criteria that it's on the same day, can be till midnight. Dropped off at the department office. Okay, so it's at the office, right? You guys can't see that. Let me go down a little bit. Okay, so again, let me say that one more time. So the paper is handed in at 5 p.m. on the same day. So it's okay. The professor said they accept the paper, or he accepts the paper until midnight. And it's dropped off at the office with no timestamp. It said it needs a timestamp. So Ariana says there's a stamp required. So in this case, the student will receive a late penalty. So the correct answer here is A. And the reason for that is there was no timestamp, right? And that's a problem. Okay, there needs to be a stamp. Okay, great. How did you do, students? What did you get out of 10 on that? So how did you do out of 10 on part 3 of this exam? Did you get 5? Did you get 6? Did you get 8? Be honest. In part 3, if you're looking for like a band 7, 7.5, in part 3 you should get at least 6 correct. Okay. If you only got like 3 or 4, that's a problem. Hero, 8 is great. Okay, 8 is a very good score for part 3. Ajishia, Eugene, 6. Yep, that's what you want. You want 6 if you're going for a 7.5 or more, for sure, at least, if you're going for more. Yeah, okay, so that's good. Just looking at the chat there, students, that's great. Okay, so let's get to the next one here. We're going to Ahmed 5, it's on the low end if you're going for a band 7 or 7.5. Okay, students, let's go to section 4 here. We're going to get into the last part 4 of the exam. Again, this is coming from our website at aehelp.com here. And if you're looking for lots of great materials, this is where you want to sign up. You get your My Student account, you get lots and lots of goodies. We've got Black Friday discount BKFD going on this week until next week. Okay, let's dive in. So thanks again, Carolina. It's so helpful giving students that juicy Black Friday discount. Okay, so let's get into the audio CDs. Again, if you've got a headset, put it on. We'll listen, answer. Students, it's T-Rex, dinosaur, visualize, imagine, be creative. You just bought a pet T-Rex. You have a pet T-Rex at home. You need to learn what to feed it, what it's going to do, how big it's going to get. So, you know, you decided cats are fun, dogs are great, but you want a dinosaur. You have a pet T-Rex at home. Let's figure this out. Okay, here we go. So let's get into it.
Now turn to section 4. Take some time to look at questions 31 to 40.
Okay, which of these events
Listening
happened 65
section
million
4.
years ago?
You will hear a lecture about the dinosaur Tyrannosaurus rex. Now listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 40.
Good evening, class. If you are registered for Anthropology 322, you are in the right place. Today we will be talking about the most famous of all dinosaurs, Tyrannosaurus rex. or T-Rex as it is commonly referred to. This dinosaur has a fearsome reputation, mainly due to popular culture films and books. In this class we will be discussing the facts regarding the Tyrannosaurus rex, as opposed to its Hollywood depiction. Tyrannosaurus rex lived from approximately 80 to 65 million years ago. Of course, the reason it died out 65 million years ago is the same reason all of the dinosaurs died out at that time: a massive asteroid which hit the Earth and destroyed almost all life. The period in which the Tyrannosaurus rex lived is known as the Late Cretaceous period. This reality is in contrast to fictional portrayals, which often cast the T-Rex as living in the Jurassic period. In fact, T-Rex did not come to be until 65 million years after the end of the Jurassic period. Tyrannosaurus rex was a meat-eater, but it is not entirely clear whether it killed its own prey or if it merely scavenged the prey of other dinosaurs. In our minds, we imagine T-Rex fighting to the death with other dinosaurs, but it is not known for sure whether this is the truth. Tyrannosaurus rex was a large dinosaur. Not nearly the largest, mind you, but still large by any standards of modern-day wildlife. The dinosaur's length was approximately 12 metres, its height could reach 6 metres, and it weighed anywhere between 5 and 7 tonnes. That weight is the equivalent of about 80 average-sized human beings. If humans had been around back then, we would have been the perfect size for an afternoon snack. The location of T-Rex fossils discovered is very interesting. They have been found in western North America, as far south as Texas and as far north as Alberta, and they have also been found in eastern Asia, mainly in Mongolia. How is this possible? How can fossils be found in such different regions of the world? The answer is what geologists call continental drift. The continents have not always been in the same location. They have shifted, and around the time of T-Rex, western North America and eastern Asia were connected. This explains perfectly the discovery of the fossils in the different locations. One of the more well-known interesting facts about Tyrannosaurus rex is that it had extremely short arms. They measured only about 1 metre long, which is very short when you consider the size of the dinosaur. To put such small arms in perspective, it would be as if humans had arms that measured only 10 centimetres. What use would they be? Well, that is one of the questions that has led scientists to believe that T-Rex was a scavenger and not a predator. It is very difficult to believe that it could have been an effective predator, with arms being so important for hunting. Another fact that leads scientists to believe T-Rex was a scavenger was its extremely strong sense of smell. This enabled T-Rex to smell carcasses over long distances, giving it a big advantage as a scavenger. On the other side of the argument, T-Rex had very large serrated teeth, which would have been perfect for tearing through the tough skin of other dinosaurs. If T-Rex was a pure scavenger, it may not have required such teeth. Another interesting point about their teeth was that they were replaceable over time. Unlike humans, who grow only 2 sets in a lifetime, T-Rex's teeth could be replaced over and over throughout a lifetime. Again, this is evidence that they were, at least in part, likely predatory.
That is the end of section 4. You will now have half a minute to check your answers.
All right, let's hop back to our website here, stop that audio, and then go through the answers together. Students, T-Rex, how fun. Lots of kids love dinosaurs, and lots of kids have their favorite dinosaur as the T-Rex. Okay, so students, this is a lecture. It's part 4. There's no breaks. It's the whole part all in one go. That's exactly how IELTS does it. Let's go through the answers. So choose the correct letters A, B, or C for 31 to 33. These are multiple choice. 31 is, which of these events happened 65 million years ago? There's 4 different scenarios here, and we have different variations like 1 and 3, all of the above, or 1, 3, and 4. So it's hard to kind of look at all of this and listen to the audio. So instead what I decided to do is just take some notes. A T-Rex lived 80 to 65 million years ago. Okay, so that we know. It died out 65 million years ago, like all dinosaurs, and then an asteroid hit the Earth. Okay, let's see. So dinosaurs became extinct. Yes, right? Because they said 65 million years ago, all dinosaurs died out. Tyrannosaurus Rex came into existence. I don't know if they said that, because said 80 million years ago too. So okay, Tyrannosaurus Rex died out. Yes, it's definitely true, because it died out with all the other dinosaurs. And then a large asteroid hit the Earth. Yes. So 1, 3, and 4 for sure. 2 doesn't make sense, because that was more like 80 million years ago. They figure it was longer. So the correct answer is C. And it looks like a lot of you got that. Alexander got it. Ajish got it. Hero got it. Very good. Nicely done. Okay. So yeah, the answer there was C. Tyrannosaurus Rex lived during which time? The Jurassic period, the late Cretaceous period, late Triassic. Students, as I'm teaching this class, if you're finding some fun and funky pronunciation, try to copy it, right? So try to copy what I say. Jurassic, late Cretaceous, late Triassic. Okay. Bateman F1 says, I think it was B. You're right, it was B. It was a late Cretaceous. Late Cretaceous. Yeah. Very good. How tall was T-Rex? I even drew you a picture to remind you to visualize. I hope you enjoyed that little drawing. Definitely. Was it 12 meters, 6 meters, or 7 meters? Can somebody find that dinosaur emoji? I only found the crocodile one. All right. Ariana says it was 6 meters. Yes, it was. It was 12 meters long, 6 meters tall. So it's height. They don't say tall. They say its height was 6 meters, but it's the same idea. There we go, Carolina. Thank you so much. That's how famous T-Rex is, everybody. YouTube even has an emoji for T-Rex. Dedicated. That's how much we love that creature that we've never actually seen, but we believe existed. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's a tall animal. Okay, right, no more than 2 words for each answer. The theory, this is where we start to get a little bit more difficult. IELTS is looking for the band 8, band 9. The theory which explains why fossils are found in very different regions of the world is called continental drift. Now, if you guys are like, well, that's really hard, you should know the word continent, and you should know the word drift. So even if these are new terms for you when they're put together like this, you should be able to understand them if you're band 8, band 9. You should be like, oh yeah, continent, drift, the moving continent. Yeah, continental drift. Got it. Okay. All right. So whoever got that, you're probably looking at a band 8, maybe higher on the IELTS exam. So Ariadna, Hero, if you can get continental drift, Alexander, you might be in that band 8 range, band 9 range for the listening section. Okay. Complete the table. Write no more than 2 words. Tyrannosaurus Rex, was it a predator or a scavenger? So did it hunt its prey? Like, did it run after it and jump on it and rip it apart? Like in a lot of the movies, right? Where it's like, I'm going to kill you. Or was it a scavenger? Did it sniff the air and go, I smell something that's just freshly expired or freshly dead. I'm going to go find it and see if there's still some yummy pieces there for me. And if there are other animals trying to eat it, I can chase them away because I'm really big and scary. So which one was it? Hunter or find a dead corpse and eat it? Evidence. Extremely something arms. Arms are important for hunting. So logic, right? Very good. Some of you are giving me the answer already. Extremely short arms. Bonus question, relative to a human arms, if humans had arms as short as the Tyrannosaurus Rex proportionally to size, how short would our arms be? So how short would our arms be if we had arms relative to our size as short as the T-Rex? How short would our arms be? It's not 2 centimeters, Ahmed. Oh my goodness. 2 centimeters. I mean, it would be ridiculously short anyway, but 2 centimeters. It just look like we don't even have arms. Alexander says, no. It'd be like 10 centimeters. A generous 10 centimeters, right? Hero, definitely not 1.5 meters. So 10 centimeters, about that long, about as long as our longer finger, right? Definitely not 1 meter. 10 centimeters. Okay, so Bateman, the T-Rex's arm is 1 meter, right? 1 meter, but the T-Rex is much bigger, right? So relatively speaking. Okay, arms are important for hunting, so clearly if arms are super tiny, it would probably mean that the T-Rex was likely a scavenger. Don't make a spelling mistake, students. They give you the answer in the next line below, okay? So, there you go. A2320 is like, what are we talking about? We're talking about the T-Rex and whether the T-Rex was a predator or a scavenger according to the lecture in the audio. Okay, strong sense of smell, able to detect carcasses from long distances. But Ahmed, if you write long, you'll get it wrong because they already have the word long here. You cannot double down on words. So students, you can't write long distances. You just need distances. Okay, only the word distances should appear on your answer sheet. And Alexander, it's plural here because it's multiple distances. It's multiple scenarios. So be really careful. Long distances, so big nose, really good smell. So maybe a scavenger? Okay. Now careful, Ahmed. You might count it as correct, but IELTS won't count it as correct if you write long distances. Okay, large serrated teeth, able to tear through. They have the word tough, so you only need the word skin, and not skins here. It's just skin. 1. Able to tear through tough skin. Skins, they might give it to you on that plural. It still does make sense, so they probably will. And if they're able to rip through tough skin, maybe it's a predator. I don't know. I mean, I think that would still be good for a scavenger, but sure, that's what the audio says. The audio says they could be a predator. They had some pretty sharp teeth. You might not need teeth that sharp if you're purely scavenger. Okay, and then there was something else that was interesting about their teeth. So they didn't just have sharp, serrated teeth. Serrated means kind of like a jagged knife, right? But they, it's not reborning teeth. That doesn't make sense. It's replaceable. That's right, Ariadna, replaceable teeth. They're not reborning, they're replaceable. And the spelling has to be correct. Replaceable. Eldor Coder. Very nice. Replaceable teeth. Okay, students, how did you do? That was the listening. How many did you get correct? How did you do on the exam? Some of you, if you were here 2 weeks ago and you did part 1 and part 2, you can count it out of 40. But here we did 20 questions. So the difficult parts, part 3 and part 4, if you're looking for like a band 7, band 8, you should try to get at least 12 correct here. Ahmed says, I think I got about 7. Hero says I got 17 out of 20. That's pretty good. Okay, that's definitely good. Students, on the website, you can find a score calculator at the bottom. I'll give you the link for that. So when you're doing practice exams, you can go to our website and you can calculate your scores and see how they convert into band scores. So like in the listening, for example, if you've got 24, let's say, then you got band 6. If you got 32, you got a band 7.5. Okay. Reading, if you got 12, you got a band 4. Okay, so check out that score calculator. I dropped the link. And keep in mind, students, that we've got a Black Friday sale. So if you want to get all 6 full practice exams, computer-based, paper-based, 200 hours of video lessons for all the sections of the IELTS, you want to get extra live classes like this, then make sure to join our premium version. Use the Black Friday code BKFD, and then you'll get a 30% discount. So it'll be like $20 to $35 US, okay, ish. And you only pay once, and it's lifetime. It's not subscription. We hate subscription. It's dumb. You shouldn't have to keep paying for things every month. Okay, so General IELTS, GIELTShelp.com, green background. That's where you get that. Students, practice listening, practice active listening. I hope you enjoyed this class. Tomorrow we've got speaking for everybody here on YouTube, and we'll practice speaking, like we'll actually talk with each other. And until then, check out the websites. If you like it, great. There's a free version that you can use as well with some free materials. So yeah, check that out. Have a great rest of the day. Enjoy life. Come back tomorrow. Learn some more English with me. I'm Adrian. I'm signing out from beautiful Victoria here in Western Canada. Bye, everybody.